Writing feels difficult when thoughts are present but refuse to line up. The page stays empty not because there's nothing inside, but because starting feels heavier than stopping. There's a common belief that writing improves only by writing more, but often writing returns more easily after spending time reading instead. This became clear during a quiet evening, creatively blocked hour for me. Dinner was already done. The day hadn't been bad or good, just finished. A notebook was open on the table, untouched. Next to it sat a book that had been halfway read and left 3 days ago. The intention was to write. Nothing ambitious, just one page. But the mind felt stalled, like it was waiting for permission to begin. Instead of forcing it, the book was opened again. No goal, no search for inspiration. Just reading a few pages the way people read when they are slightly tired and not trying to improve themselves. Something small shifted. The sentences on the page weren't about journaling or reflection. They weren't advice. They weren't even special, memorable moments. But they did one important thing. They reminded the mind how language moves. Reading works as a bridge because it takes pressure off the act of producing. When writing feels hard, the brain is usually overloaded, not empty. It's already busy judging, editing, and anticipating whether the words will be good enough. Reading interrupts that loop. Cognitively, it gives the brain a pattern to follow. Language is rhythmic, seeming sentences flow, even simple ones, help the mind remember how to move forward without stepping to evaluate every step. Emotionally, reading does something quieter. It places the feeling of being alone with the page. There's a sense of company. Someone else has already done the hard part of arranging words, and for a few minutes, that's enough. After reading, the journal page didn't suddenly fill with insight. The writing that followed was ordinary. A few observations about the day, one sentence about feeling tired for no clear reason, another about a thought that kept returning. But the page was written, and that mattered more than what was written on it. Many people assume that being a reader and being a writer are separate identities, but in practice, they're often part of the same movement. Reading doesn't replace writing, it prepares the mind for it. When writing feels blocked, it's rarely a lack of ideas, it's more often a lack of momentum. Reading provides that momentum without asking for anything in return. This is why the book doesn't have to be meaningful or relevant. It doesn't need to match the journal entry, it just needs to be nearby, open, and allowed to do its quiet work. Over time, this changes the relationship with the page. Writing stops feeling like a performance and starts feeling like a continuation of a conversation already happening in the mind. This channel, this project documents one page of journaling every day as a way to think when life feels still or slightly stuck. Some days, that page only becomes possible after reading first. And I accept that. If it feels comfortable to answer, here's a simple question I'll leave you with. When writing feels difficult, does reading make it easier to begin, or does it pull attention away? This page doesn't need to be forced open. Sometimes it opens on its own after spending a little time reading someone else's work, at least for me.